There is growing opposition tonight to plans for an ICE detention facility in Oklahoma City. It was the hot topic at today's city council meeting.
News 4's Tanner DeLeon here now with those arguments and what we can expect the city to do next. Tanner.
Well, a lot more still to come with this because the council says the city is exploring legal options. We can expect a memo to be released in the coming days outlining their next steps. In the meantime, out of the dozens who spoke today, not a single one was in favor of the ICE facility.
If you do not stand up, we will stand up every step of the way and fight this and make sure that this will not happen.
A common message to Oklahoma City City Council Tuesday. Dozens signing up just to say they do not want an ICE detention center here.
Last week I traveled to Minneapolis with 600 other clergy to witness and resist firsthand the impact of 3,000 plus ICE agents there. We do not want this in Oklahoma. I do not want this in Oklahoma.
On December 23rd, Homeland Security sent a letter to the city detailing plans to turn this warehouse near Southwest 29th and Council Road into a detention facility capable of housing up to 1,500 people. The city responding with its letter on January 22nd.
What can we actually do to stop this from happening?
Councilman Kamal Pennington says detention centers typically have to go through a special permitting process with the city. But Oklahoma City Planning Director Jeff Butler says the federal government does not have to follow that.
It doesn't matter that we have a law that requires there to be a special permit. The federal government doesn't intend to comply with the city's existing law. Is that your understanding?
They have not said one way or another, and this is maybe getting into legal territory, but we understand that they're not required to do so. They haven't responded to the letter as of yet.
We don't need to request that the government follow the special permitting process. We need to insist that it does.
The council has previously said it does not have the authority to block the project because of the supremacy clause of the U.S. Constitution.
The law appears to be that the federal government does not have to comply with a municipal ordinance as far as locating where a detention facility is.
But many made their demands heard loud and clear, calling on City Council to do everything possible to stop the plans.
ICE has declared war on the rights of American citizens, and this cannot stand. They have declared war on the Constitution itself, and you cannot and should not work with them.
If you don't resist with every lever of power, whether you are successful or not, you are consenting to what is happening in Minneapolis to be in Oklahoma City.
Now, we've been reaching out to Homeland Security about the plan since last week. We have still not heard back. It's also important to point out Mayor David Holt was not at today's City Council meeting because he's in Washington, D.C. for the U.S. Conference of Mayors meeting. However, he did release a statement on today's meeting late this evening. He says in part, quote, "The concerns expressed at today's City Council meeting reflect the reality that a federal detention center in our city is a high-impact use that should receive consideration through a local public process." The mayor goes on to say, "We will also continue to transparently share what we are doing as we have since this issue emerged." You can read his full statement on KFOR.com.